He completed his Bachelor's of Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 1988. He had a very successful career working, but he felt as if there was something more that he needed. He found his way back to us in 2006 and became a full-time student in renewable energy systems. He would describe himself as someone who finishes what he starts, and we couldn't agree more. Graduating with honors, Tim Bailey.
Thank you, Abby. As Abby said, this isn't the first time I put on a cap and gown and attended a commencement at OIT. The first time was exactly 20 years ago. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in Electronics Engineering Technology and went straight from there into a great job for a great company working in the aerospace industry. And after many years of doing the same job, I began to feel restless and decided I wanted some different challenges and a different adventure. And it was then that I found out about the Renewable Energy Systems program. And I looked into it a little bit more and found out that that's something I really wanted to do. And so I decided I was going to make a life change and go for it. And what I was hoping to accomplish was to build upon a lot of the skills that I already had, and at the same time do something that was radically different. The program, when I first started, was being headed up by John Yarborough, who's here tonight. And he was one of my EET professors from way back when. And you know, the more once I got started into the program, I found out that it wasn't as hard to go back to school as I originally thought it would be. You know, when you're 40 years old, it's a hard decision to make to leave a good paying job behind and say, I'm going to become a student again. But I did it, and I'm really glad that I did. My experience has been an incredible one. The people that I met here in Portland while going back to school were an incredible group of faculty and students. I found people who, like me, strongly believe in what they're doing. There are many outstanding faculty and students, but at the top of the list I place Dr. Robert Bass. Dr. Bass, or as Bob, as he allows the students to call him, is truly an asset to the program. His classes are challenging, and yet his teaching style is clear and well organized. He inspires his students to higher levels of performance, and so I'd like to personally thank Bob for all that he's done to make my experience such a positive one. And there's many others I'd like to thank as well, but time precludes me from mentioning all of them. I would, however, like to mention my wife, Cheryl, who for the past 2 years had to endure all that the spouse of a student has to endure, from the burden of being the sole breadwinner to weekends of staying at home while I studied. And Cheryl, I know that you've been waiting a long time to hear this, but I don't have any homework this weekend. I returned to school because I wanted to contribute to solving some of the world's most pressing problems: energy scarcity, pollution, environmental sustainability. And no doubt some of these same problems are on your minds as well. For my fellow graduates out there, I'd like to say this: no matter what your chosen field, the future of the world rests in your hands. The products you design, the businesses that you create, the software you write, and the decisions that you make will affect the world for years to come. As you follow your dreams, never lose sight of the power that you have to make the world a better place. Thank you. Best of luck.